This is CityCast Seattle. I'm Jane C. Hu, and here's what Seattle's talking about. Hey neighbors! Today on CityCast Seattle, we're talking about the latest election updates. Also, the big dark is here, and we have recommendations for quashing your seasonal depression with sad lights and pizza. Before we get started, I just want to know in a word, how are you feeling right now as we are still waiting for the final election results to come in? Lex Vaughn, founder and editor of the Needling, Seattle's only real fake news. How are you feeling?
Nauseous. Everyone else has figured out how to do this faster. Come on. Count it overnight. We'll do shifts. I'll volunteer, man. Like, let's do it.
Ashley Smith, executive producer. How are you feeling?
Tired. Just want those results, baby, please.
All right. Well, let's do a quick election recap. This is what we know so far. We are still waiting on results from the mayoral election. Katie Wilson currently needs about 54% of the outstanding ballots to close the gap with incumbent Bruce Harrell. The Thursday afternoon ballot drop broke for Wilson, though, giving her 51% of that new batch, so she is closing that gap. This might all come down to the wire, so now is a good time to check if your ballot has been counted. There are thousands of ballots in King County that are being challenged. But there have been a few official calls. Seems like Seattle so far is shifting pretty progressive. Dion Foster has won her city council race. Alexis Mercedes Rink has been reelected. Eddie Lynn has won his city council race as well. And we have a new Seattle city attorney in Erica Evans. We also have two confirmed Seattle school board members, Joe Mizrahi and Vivian Song. And the other big news is that voter turnout has massively changed since the Tuesday night results. Estimates on Wednesday were just 38%, and overnight that jumped to 54%, which puts us on par with the last mayoral election in 2021. I was a little nervous there for a minute that we were going to suck at voting.
You know what? I have to say, like the last few elections, I had been responsible and I'd just gotten, my ballot in a lot sooner because I hate weeks like these where it's like, come on, let's make ourselves less miserable. Let's get them in sooner. But I did get mine in the day of the election.
You were one of those people.
Yeah. You know what hung me up is like, I think when I opened up my ballot, I was like, let's do this. I was already so sure who I was voting for, but there were little things where I was like, oh, wait, I got to, get an afternoon and be like, what is this?
I don't think you were in the minority there, Lex, because the King County election stats showed that 36% of ballots were received on election day. And of those, I think the vast majority, like almost 90%, were put in drop boxes. So I don't know about you all, but on Tuesday night, I saw a ton of people running last minute to the drop box.
I went by the Ballard drop box at about 6 p.m. and then there's a lot of activity. Like a lot of people were walking and driving up at the last minute, getting their ballots in. And it almost was like a party atmosphere.
Lex, we must have passed each other because I was also at the Ballard Library at around 6 p.m. on election day. Yeah.
In other election news, we've got some exciting firsts in the current results we have. So Evans is the first person of color to ever be city attorney. She had a really nice quote saying, "We are a city where we choose hope over hate, where we choose courage over complacency, where we care for our neighbors and families." I hope to see great things from her. Excited for that.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that too. Because I mean, it's been a while since I don't know if we've ever had that progressive of a city attorney. And we certainly have to make up for having Ann Davison, someone who was literally like a Trump supporter, like turned Republican during the first Trump administration.
Yeah.
Davison definitely shifted right over time. Or maybe she was right all along and just kind of let it rip a little bit more. Unclear. But we're still waiting on results from the King County executive race, but Girmay would be, if he wins, our first millennial immigrant or refugee King County executive.
So cool.
Which, as a millennial immigrant myself, is very exciting, potentially.
Yeah.
And also, Alexis Mercedes Rink, when she was elected last year, she was tied for being the youngest city council person in history. At the time, she was 29. Now she's 30. I think it's safe to say she's definitely the first zillennial. Like she's kind of on that cusp of like Gen Z millennial. And I mean, that has got me thinking with like all of the folks who have won in this election, millennials are in power right now.
Oh, wait, are we grown up now? Oh, we are. We're the ones that have to run the world now? Oh my God.
We're the adults in the room? Oh, no.
I mean, we are that age. It's not that weird. But it's exciting, though, that you can see this trend here and, you know, in other communities across the country that people want a younger political kind of leadership. Because we're tired of the old way of doing politics. So, like, we're ready for new ideas and for people who have the spine to actually like pursue those ideas and make them happen.
I feel like there is something to be said about, well, one, younger folks like wanting to be more involved in politics, seeing that these decisions affect all of us so much. And so it's so important to be part of the people making the decisions or implementing what's voted on. But also, yeah, I think the younger you are, the more time you have left in your community, I guess, not to be grim, but like the big decisions you're making, the things you're voting on, the things you're putting forth, that will affect you directly and your family and your friends and your whole community. And I think having younger people making those kinds of decisions, I don't know, that gives me like the tiniest little bit of hope.
I also think there's something to be said for just how much more effort it might take as a young person to run for office. Like,
yeah,
having the established relationship with people in order to even start a campaign, investing that time when you probably also have to have a job because you have to be working. It seems like the people who are running really care. Like, people don't take this on lightly. It's not something that just like kind of falls into their lap. It seems like it's something they're really seeking out. They feel passionate about changing something. And I think that kind of comes across, at least it has for me. Lex, throughout this election season, you have had some amazing headlines in the Needling. And I feel like humor has really helped me get through this election cycle. I'm curious to hear how you choose what to parody and also what people have gravitated towards.
A lot of our political headlines have focused on Mayor Harrell. First of all, because I mean, a lot of those other races didn't end up being close at all, and it was pretty evident they weren't going to be close. The one to watch was the mayoral one, especially because there were so many like interesting parallels between the very popular storyline of like Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo. And while, you know, maybe like what's going on in Seattle isn't on that level, there were a lot of parallels. Like, I mean, Harold's got a very long history of like some things that are very corrupt, and we've made fun of him over the years. On the day of the election, we posted one, desperate Mayor Harrell takes first bus ride to appeal to Katie Wilson supporters. And that was a hit. And then I also want to say I went for it on one that we posted on Friday. And Harrell argues Seattle needs mayor who can afford enough childcare to forget own child even exists. Because I know a lot of people, like, I think when they first saw that, they were
Spicy.
like, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm like, hey, this is fair game. Like, Mayor Harrell came after Katie Wilson in a very exaggerated way of like living off her parents, which is a big leap when what she basically told KUW is my parents pitch in on childcare.
So you had found, I think it was a piece from the late 2000s that mentioned that he has a child that it seems like he's no longer in touch with.
Yeah. So more context. With this headline, I had to post the actual image was an excerpt from that Seattle Weekly report from 2007. And the image of the quote that I have is, it adds insult to injury for him to act like Evan doesn't exist, says Johnson, speaking by phone. She says Harrell has been diligent in paying child support over the years, but has had minimal face-to-face contact with her son about 3 times in the past 8 years. I found that report from Seattle Weekly, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that. How has that not been more widely known that he has a 4th child that he straight up acts like doesn't exist? If you look at his campaign website, he says he has 3 children, and he calls his wife's son his oldest child, and that it's not his oldest child. He has a biological child that's older than that child. and just never talks about him. And I don't know what's going on in that family, but that's awkward. That's weird.
I was wondering like what might be happening behind the scenes and what felt icky about wondering. But once you open that Pandora's box, I can't help but wonder,
Fair game. His son, Evan Harrell, is listed in Bruce's mother's obituary. So, I mean, he's a part of the family. Evan donated $25 to his dad's first mayoral run. So it's like, he's in there included somewhere, but like still doesn't exist and is not acknowledged.
I hope that whatever the reason for that is something that they are all personally comfortable with. But I do feel like, it kind of speaks to just how personal this election got. Like there were a lot of personal details that people were talking about with the candidates, which, if you're a public figure, maybe that's fair game. It certainly can be really uncomfortable sometimes.
I mean, we all have weird family dynamics. I know I had a strange relationship with my dad. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't want people writing about that in newspapers, but my dad wasn't the mayor, and my dad, as the mayor, didn't, make some weird family child care accusations and stuff about his competitor. So that's what opened it up.
Families are complicated, man. Like,
we've all got them. For better or worse.
For better or for worse.
Also, I think there's something very truly Seattle about like our satire website being the one to like maybe do more of a nitty gritty, not fluffy piece about Harold. I don't know. I think there's something very funny about like the needling is the one that went for the jugular.
I think at a minimum, reporters, I think it's weird that they're just going along with his narrative. Like, no, like if you're a reporter reporting on him, you don't have to say he only has 3 kids if that's just his PR narrative. He doesn't. He has 4. Make him talk about it. I don't care.
Also, it did seem like everyone had an opinion on Katie's situation. Like, truly, everyone chimed in on that. So, kind of hypocritical.
I mean, is that reflective of Seattle politics in some way? Like, we still have this kind of Seattle niceness to us, this passive aggression where we're like, we're not going to go there.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. And I mean, that's a major motivation for the Needling existing is like, I hate that. I just want to be polite bullshit. Like, especially like reporters. I'm like, no, it's your job as a reporter to make things uncomfortable.
I was thinking if this was all happening in New York, that would have come out months ago, most likely.
Yeah.
Someone would have done that digging and had been not afraid to kind of go there.
I'm not here for being polite, especially for someone like that.
You're about getting real.
The Seattle way. Okay, well, let's take a quick break before we get into our next topic. We want to hear from you, listeners. What do you think of all of this? Let us know by texting or leaving us a voicemail on the CityCast Seattle hotline, 206-880-3931. Okay, so moving on to another slightly uncomfortable topic. We are about on the cusp, maybe in it already, the big dark. It is here.
It is here.
The PWHL just announced that their new name is the Torrent, which feels very appropriate this week since Seattle just had its wettest days of the year with over an inch of rain already. Lex, one of your headlines in the Needling from last month, I feel like still stands. Weather confirmed Seattle's still under witch's curse. But now that the big dark is here, how are you all coping? How's it going?
Coping? Uncomfortable? What are you talking about? This is like, I'm in heaven.
Looks like I live for this. Heaven. Yeah.
Like, who?
Oh, you love it, Lex.
Man, what are you doing in this city if you don't like this? Like, I mean, we also have glorious summers, but I have been so cozy and happy, especially this last week as the rain has come in. Yesterday, I took a nap on the couch because I was so cozy. I could not get up. It's like my body turned to lead. And I love that, actually. I love this part of fall where it's like You're just kind of in a little not snow globe, rain globe, whatever.
Yeah, we've got a rain globe.
Yeah, no.
No, you're just under a cozy blanket, you know, of rain, and
Yeah.
and you're just thankful for shelter. There's just this primal feeling of like, I'm so cozy, I have shelter.
I'm safe in here. Yeah.
That would be one of my tips. Lean into the coziness, even if you have to like fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like just pretend that you're into this, even if you're not, because it's going to be a long fall and winter. But truly get outside and in the sun when you can. Like you have to prioritize that for yourself. It is super hard to like take your lunch break or go for a walk or whatever at the same time if you're super busy. But when the rain stops for a minute, you got to get out there. Otherwise, like that starts to really weigh on you.
The fall colors are still really beautiful. And when it rains on top of those leaves, they're at their brightest. So enjoy while you can.
I have really enjoyed watching the leaves turn. It feels like it's been a good year for that in particular. But I just saw this piece in the Washington Post that talked with a psychiatrist who was one of the people who first named and discovered seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, or as we know it, just like winter depression, which apparently wasn't actually like described until 1984. I guess that's been a thing my entire lifetime. So it kind of surprised me to learn that it was that late until people had a medical term for it.
Wow.
But speaking of light, Ashley, he had this amazing quote in this Washington Post piece where he says, "When I wake up in the morning, oftentimes the first thing I'll do is I'll draw the curtains and I'll feel that first morning light. And it's a great time for mindfulness. It's a good time to say, wow, look at this. Here is the light. I'm thankful. I'm present. I'm here." Is that you every morning, Ashley?
That could not be further from who I am, but I love that for him. Good for him. I'm the one that's like begrudgingly stomping down the street being like, I have to get my walk in or I'm going to be depressed. Because I also love darkness, rain, fall. It's affecting me more now than it used to. So I am trying to be better. Like, do you guys take vitamin D supplements?
I
don't,
do every day.
Does it help?
I don't know, because it's just part of my life now. And so even if it's just like placebo, I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty cheap placebo. I'll keep doing it. But my doctor told me that everyone in Seattle is basically vitamin D deficient. So she was like, just throw it in there. No problem.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I need to start doing that, I think.
The other thing that was in this Washington Post piece was talking about SAD is caused by reduced daylight. So getting that natural light is good. But one alternative to that, since even if you go outside, there's not much natural light. And I think in order to get some of the benefit from that natural light, you need to have parts of your skin exposed. I think that's one of the difficult things about actually getting sun in Seattle in the winter is like, I'm not going out into the rain with like a t-shirt on so I can get more sun. But you can get, of course, one of those SAD lights. The
True,
super bright SAD lights. This researcher said that he had a supplemental light in almost every room of his house, and he had 13 of them in his house.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a thing you guys do?
You know, we have a Needling piece about having a ton of those, and I have an image where like this lady's underneath like 15 different sun lamps or something. And I'm like, oh, so that is like the literal guy who did that.
Well, I don't personally have a SAD lamp, but I have wondered whether it's worth getting one. Normal lights deliver like 1/10,000th of like what a natural sunlight does, which, you know, I guess kind of explains how if you're inside all day, you're just not getting the light that you need. But like, I don't know, Ashley, do you have one?
I don't. I think I should get one. My office is pretty dark. I call it the dungeon. I got one of those like cool orange donut lamps from IKEA, which I don't think is helping me in any way other than I like it. And so when I look at it, maybe I feel better. But yeah, I think I would be interested in trying those, or like the one that wakes you up. That's like the alarm clock that has like the soft light, something like that could be nice. Sure, why not?
Maybe we just need more like vibey lights. Like, can we bring back lava lamps?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The donut lamp brings me joy. Get yourself a lava lamp. Get yourself a weird, funky lamp that makes you happy when you turn it on, and maybe it will have the same effect as those like sunlight lamps.
I say don't freak out about it until like January when your vitamin D stores are running out.
and then try and plan a vacation.
I love the rain until like January, and then it's not until like February I'll be like, why did I not schedule a vacation? What have I done to myself?
Speaking of fun things and vacations, as we head into the weekend, I want to talk a little bit about what we are excited about, any recommendations you all have. And this week's pick of the week is brought to you by Visit Walla Walla. This is a good place you could go before, if you are getting real tired of the big dark, get some sun in Walla Walla. Their pick is the Holiday Barrel Weekend, which has wine tasting, a music-filled community tree lighting, and a holiday parade of lights, which sounds really nice. And it's going to be December 5th through 7th in the heart of Walla Walla's historic and walkable downtown. You can go to wallawalla.org to plan your visit to either that or to just visit Walla Walla. But it seems like it would be a really cute way to kick off the holiday season. Curious for your picks. What are you guys excited about?
There's this new exhibit on the waterfront that I want to check out. It's Christopher Morley's Exquisite Creatures exhibit. I don't know if you
saw that.
It looks so cool, right? It's like plants and minerals and animals, and they're all real. They've been preserved, and it's very colorful. They're arranged in these really striking, cool ways. It just seems, I don't know, like a nice way to, especially if it's raining, like a nice thing to go check out and walk around and get some serotonin from all of the colorful critters, and then maybe go get lunch or a glass of wine or something on the waterfront when you're done.
My suggestion ties in well with yours because it's also down there by the waterfront-ish. So Salt and Straw is opening a new location across from Pike Place Market.
Oh, that's going to be swamped 24/7. Wow.
And, as I was thinking of some Needling headlines about it, they've advertised that they're going to have Pike Place Market inspired flavors at this location. And I was like, oh, what if they somehow incorporate fish from the fish market? And then sure enough, I was like, wait, I should check their account to see if they aren't really doing that. And I checked their Instagram account, and they are going to do something.
What type of fish? What's the flavor?
I don't know if they've released flavors yet. But I have been brainstorming some possible flavors.
Do tell.
I think I'm going to write something up about this. I want to see, what flavors, really kind of stand out to you that I'm just predicting might be in the mix.
Yeah, give them to us.
Rockfishy Road.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay. I'm here for the puns. Yeah.
Chunky Monkfish.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. Split Salmon Sundae.
Ooh.
That might be what they do.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Chinookies and cream with jimmies on top.
Ooh.
That's so cute.
I don't know.
I want
Cocktail shrimp sherbet. I'm collecting a longer list. You guys got any ideas? What do you think they're going to do with the fish market?
Our producer, Sam Leeds, is guessing candied salmon, which I was not aware was a thing.
Oh, that could happen. They must be doing something with salmon, right?
I mean, I trust those people with my life. I remember going to one of the Portland locations where they their special flavor, seasonal flavor, was fried chicken. And I was thinking, I love fried chicken. There's no way that would work in ice cream, but I got to try it. It was incredible, actually.
What?
It was like the little crunchy bits of fried chicken, just added a little bit of saltiness.
Actually, that does sound like it might be interesting.
They're getting weird with ice cream. I do it. I like that. Whatever the fish one ends up being, I'm down to go try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to check it out.
All right. We'll be going to Salt and Straw and having a taste test. My thing that I'm excited about is also going to be a little bit of deferred gratification because it's not open yet. But we just learned that Stevie's Famous is opening a location in North Seattle, which will be very exciting. It's going to be on Phinney Ridge, taking the place of Zeke's. I actually haven't had a chance to try Stevie's Famous yet, so I'm up in North Seattle, so I appreciate that they're just going to come to me. Sounds like they're not opening till next summer, though. But I'm curious
Wait.
if you guys have had it.
You have to fill me in. I don't know what it is. What is it? I'm sorry, I'm out of the loop.
Just a good pizza. It's a good pizza
okay.
spot. They do excellent like New York style slices, if I'm not mistaken. They also have custard.
Whoa. Okay, I'm in for that.
Stevie's rocks. It's really good.
I feel like I have previously expressed this controversial opinion to our team. But
Jane's pizza opinions are rough, Lex. You better buckle in.
I'll probably be here for it.
I mean,
I'll probably be here for it.
no, you won't.
I haven't yet had pizza in Seattle that has impressed me. So I feel like I am still on the quest to find pizza that I truly enjoy. I think Stevie's might be a little bit closer to what I typically look for in a pizza. So I'm excited to try it.
Interesting, because I don't remember them having a flavor of mashed potatoes and bacon, which is what you told me recently was your pizza of choice.
That is correct. It's good. Trust me. I think people are going to have to maybe like go to Connecticut to be able to try that. But you gotta take my word for it. It's worth the cross country travel.
Maybe Stevie's is listening, and when they open the new location in Finney, they'll have Jane's slice, and it'll be this wild, thin crust mashed potato and bacon Connecticut style.
That would make my entire life.
Fingers crossed.
I don't hate Seattle pizza, but I think I've lived in the Bay Area, and I actually think that's the capital of pizza in the country. The Bay Area has spoiled me. Absolutely. Like, I mean, I've had pizza in a lot of different cities, Chicago, New York, and I think actually the Bay Area has the best pizza, just banger all over the place.
I feel like I'm in enemy territory right now. I don't know what's happening.
For real.
Have you lived there?
I have, but I like pizza in Seattle. Delancey's my favorite. Like Stevie's rocks. Cornelli, hello. I feel like there's so many good spots. My friend Derek's Moto Pizza. I like Detroit style. I like Neapolitan, like with the wood-fired style. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't yearn for pizza from other places.
All right. Well, I think we could talk about pizza for another 3 hours. So let's leave it there for now. But thanks, Lex, so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. You guys are doing a great job, and it's an honor to be on here your first week in action.
Thank you so much. And Ashley, thanks for just being the general, I love all pizza. I'll take all of it.
Anytime.
That's all for today here on CityCast Seattle. Our executive producer is Ashley Smith. Our creative producers are Sam J. Leeds and Liam Billingham. Post-production this week was done by Natalie Rivera. And our host is me, Jane C. Hu. Music is by Aaron Taylor Waldman, All the Kimonos, and Los Mocochetes, with additional mixing by Tyler Lindgren. Until next time, Seattle, see ya.